So, Larian Studios just published patch 2. Now, I was fortunate enough to play the game after having downloaded the patch. Meaning as in I downloaded the patch, it was around 500 megabytes or so, and then around 3 gigabytes once it was uncompressed. And I just dived right into the game. I'm still in Act 2, but I was crashing a lot over these past 2 weeks. So I played for a couple of hours and I didn't crash at all. However, I don't know if that's something that Larian fixed per se, or if I fixed it with one of my troubleshooting efforts. Specifically, what might have fixed it for me was disabling the XMP profile on my motherboard BIOS. I have an ASRock X57 Taichi motherboard, and I had to enable the XMP profile for my RAM to run at 3600 gigahertz. And I saw somewhere in one of the forums that disabling the XMP profile, might fix it, so that might have been it, because I did have an equally stable gameplay experience of about 2 hours after disabling the XMP profile, but before the patch. Nonetheless, the patch is here, so let's go ahead with the updates. So, first of all, I'm gonna be reading the patch 2, and we're gonna be talking about it. Hello everyone. Patch number 2 for Baldur's Gate 3 is now live, bringing bug fixes, substantial performance improvements, and much more. If you missed our latest community update, we highly recommend you give it a read here for a glimpse at the future of Baldur's Gate 3 and the role your feedback is playing in that. Now, I will put a link to that one if you want to read it. I didn't make a video about it. I was planning to, but I was also dealing with some personal issues. Nonetheless, let's continue. Still here? Great! Withers has heard tales of Tavs having requested the presence of their friends for an afternoon of adventuring, wanting to return to the lifestyle of a solo adventurer without their friends in tow. Therefore, he has come up with a solution, introducing Withers' wardrobe of wayward friends. With this woodworked wonder, Jesus Christ, you guys love the W's. You can now dismiss co-op party members and bring your companions back into the fold. Withers' solution only extends to custom tabs, however, so no throwing Gale into a cupboard, although we're sure it's comfy in there. Okay, so essentially this is... Now, I haven't played any multiplayer since the game released, but I'm guessing that if you played with other friends, then essentially you were unable to put any companions into your party because the game registered that you were playing with friends. Now, they fixed all that, so you're able to remove those custom characters so that you can continue to play along the same save file with the companions. Next, as well as plenty of performance improvements and UI tweaks, we've added a new epilogue scene for Karlach, nice, and we are working on additional endgame scenes featuring other characters. That's also nice. Additional Karlach moments have also been added in Acts 1 and 2. Very nice. Allowing her to better reflect on her infernal engine and the options available to her. Okay. We've prepared the highlights of patch 2 below, followed by the main meat of the update. Thank you for sharing your feedback with us and for your continued support. If you have any issues with Baldur's Gate 3, don't hesitate to reach out to our support team. Now, let's go to the highlights. Features. Introducing Withers' wardrobe of wayward friends. We talked all about it. You can now dismiss co-op party members from your campaign. Great. Performance optimizations across the board. I'm guessing that this will be a great update for a lot of people, especially people like me who have been experiencing a lot of crashes, a lot of performance issues. Reduce the size of save games. Yeah, now this might have been an issue. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know if it affected the performance of the game. It may have not. I don't find any logic in it having done so. However, in the past, their save files would become so big because of all of the choices that the game would crash. So, having said that, I think, yeah, the size of the save files still would affect the performance. So reducing that will also improve it. Let's continue. Karlach. The patch brings an additional scene to conclude the ending in which Karlach... not gonna say more. If Karla is in your party at the end of the game and with her, you can now decide whether to If you understood, you understood, okay? Added new moments for companion and avatar Karlach to reflect on her state of her between acts. Add the new moment for avatar Karlach to reflect on the possibility of her That was enlightening, wouldn't you say? Next, blockers. Fix potentially getting stuck in combat because a player character cannot be selected to enter their turn. Nice. Fixed an issue causing you to get stuck in dialogue with angry, I don't know who. Okay. They made some UI improvements, crashes and blockers. Performance. Improved performance and made optimization across the game. Improved CPU load. Nice. Made performance improvements related to controller movement. Made optimizations for when moving around the world on controller. Moved surface texture and decal creation to worker threads. Moved loading shroud textures to worker threads. When AI can use a nearby AI hint, limit AI flooding. Okay. Improved minimap performance. Very nice, because my minimap, well, it sort of behaves like it's on 10 FPS or something. It's very slow, very jagged in its movement. I don't know. It's horrible. So I hope they fix that. Made changes to make loading save games made in older patch versions significantly faster. Okay. These changes will continue to make loading old save games speedier in any patches and hotfixes to come. Removed some unnecessary calls for the hotbar to update to improve on stuttering. Okay. Slightly delayed when tooltips pop up when hovering over things like actions, items and spells. This prevents the game from unnecessarily loading and unloading tooltips. The delay is now set to 200 milliseconds, still reactive, more performant. Made optimizations for selectable elements on controller. Removed an irrelevant sound analytics event for optimization. Irrelevant sound analytics event. Okay, don't know what that is. Fix the memory leak when opening the inventory with the controller connected. Damn. Fix the memory leak when streaming textures. Wrote velocity vectors to help with overall visual quality. Okay, so the rest are very technical. They fix some portraits, spells, journal, trading, tooltips, saves, options. Organize the keybinds menu into categories to make it more user-friendly. Okay. Reorder and rework the options menus to make them more intuitive. Nice. The options menu now closes when you enter a dialogue while it's open. Fixed the reset tutorials button in the options menu, not working as expected. And then character creation level up. You can skip the level up animation, okay. Miscellaneous, and then on controller, character sheet, world integration, HUD, spells, combat. I mean, Larian is preparing to launch the game on PS5 on September 6th, so it only makes sense that they would also push this update with improvements for controller integration. And then some gameplay improvements, combat and balance, flow and scripting. Okay, character creation level up. Level design and map, Steam Deck, cinematics. Okay, so the big deal out of this is essentially, first of all, the performance. This way, people that have yet been unable to continue to play the game and finish the game, like this guy, will probably be able to do so. Now, other than that, it's very important that they actually added scenes with Karlach, that they edited the epilogue of Karlach. They add new scene. I don't know what Karlach's epilogue was. I don't want to know until I get to that point. She's not part of my party, but I would still like to know what her epilogue could be. But as far as I know, the community didn't like it, and it's nice to know that Larian took that feedback and they implemented the changes as the community wanted. This only goes to show that since they released the game, it's been nearly a month and they still continuously update and patch things and improve things. And it's not just bug fixes and all that, which they do. They provided 4 hot fixes up until now and 2 relatively major patches. Other than that, it's important that Larian also changes the story based on our feedback, whether we like it or not. Similar to like when Mass Effect 3 had the issues that it had with the endings. Essentially, I remember when I was playing it, we only had 2 options as far as I know, and they were essentially the same. Nothing major changed in your choice. So it's nice to see that if the community says that, hey, we don't like that, Larian is on top of things. And that's why people love this company so much and people love this game so much. So, I just wanted to provide you with an update. If you liked this kind of video, please let me know. Please drop some comments below, let me know what's the worst type of bug or if you've had any performance issues playing the game. Please let me know if you're excited about the new Karlach addition to her epilogue, but please don't spoil the epilogue for everyone else, okay? Please. So, having said that, have a nice day.